Weekend for some folks, particularly on Saturday when we had that heavy rainfall push across the Tulsa metro that did lead to some flooding concerns in and around downtown, out over Brookside, and areas to the south and east. Now this morning we've had ongoing rainfall activity in and around the Dallas-Fort Worth metro up north to about the Red River, and we did see a shower try to nudge its way into LaFleur County. We had a few showers that were in between Podo and Heavener. Otherwise, we have been remaining dry in Green Country so far to start the morning, and we'll continue to do that here over the next couple of hours. Main topic for this morning, this dense fog advisory that goes until 9 a.m. for folks in and around Muskogee County down into LaFleur County, where visibilities have been reduced to less than a quarter of a mile. We're seeing that here in Muskogee and Podo, down to about 2 miles in Sallisaw. And forecast, we had our good friend Cherie send in this photo of Bean. I love Bean's hat. It looks like Bean likes to get a little festive here and there. Well, if we're going to be taking Bean out for a walk this morning, depending on where you live, we're in the upper 60s to low 70s, so not a bad start to your Monday morning, but by this afternoon, we'll see highs returning to the low 90s. Maybe you want to get that long walk in a little bit early this morning. Cherie, thank you so much for sharing Bean with us. If you want your four-legged friend to end up on our graphic right here, use our chime-in feature. That's KTUL.com/chime-in, or you can shoot me a message on Facebook. That's meteorologist Joy Bettenhausen. Let's talk about the rain from this past Saturday, because it was a lot, especially if you were stuck out in it. We saw flooding occur in downtown Tulsa, portions of the metro like Brookside, and we saw cars being stranded, stalled out, things like that. So the higher rainfall swaths could be found in and around the metro and down across some of our southern counties, including at McAllister. You can see south of Tulsa several 1-inch amounts, but it doesn't show us the full picture, right? So let's take an even closer look at to find some of the highest rainfall totals, and Tulsa came out on top with close to 3.5 inches of rain. Osage a little over 2.5, 2.4 inches in Jinx and McAllister, and a little over 2 inches in Claremore. So for some folks, we got a lot of rain. Those storms developed and then they just sat. They were nearly stationary in some areas, and that's why we saw several inches of rainfall. High pressure ridge is starting to build over the northern high plains, portions of the Midwest, and even into southern Canada. But for Oklahoma here, we're still on the kind of fringe of this weak low pressure trough, meaning we're going to be dealing with isolated afternoon storm chances over the next couple of days. Not everyone's going to see rain every day, and the higher concentration of those showers should be in our eastern and southern counties, although I can't rule out a pop-up storm developing here in the metro. So this morning we know we're dealing with dense fog, particularly southeast. We got the dense fog advisory till 9 a.m. This afternoon we could see a few showers and storms develop. Not really expecting severe weather, but any storm could produce some gusty winds or heavy rainfalls. They'll be slow movers. Most of the activity in the month of July. Now, it's no surprise because we live in Oklahoma, right? So normally around this time of year, we're in the 90s, if not in triple-digit territory. But so far, we have not seen a 100-degree yet this year. We've come close, though. 98 was our official high at the Tulsa International Airport on the 10th. We're at 97 on Saturday before those storms, and eventually that cold front came through, so that by yesterday, highs were near 90. Now you could definitely feel the difference in temperature between Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, although it was still quite hot and humid. 10 days above normal for our temperatures this month, 2 below normal. Now we're behind that cold front, right? Here's the cold front. It's just south into Texas. You can see storm activity developing near that boundary from about the Dallas area up north to the Red River. Now we're still going to feel the influence of an isolated storm chance coming up over the next couple of days, so we're not going to be completely rain-free, but at least our temperatures should be held down and the humidity held down slightly as we get into this afternoon. It's still going to be a great day for the pool with highs in the low 90s, heat index in the mid 90s. And if you're going to be out and about working, it's still going to feel hot and humid, right? It's just not going to feel that uncomfortable compared to how it did late last week and into the start of this past weekend. Enjoy the lower temperatures for now. Saturday, we kind of have the best chance of rain. It's only scattered showers and storm chances. Not everyone's still going to see it, but still we're going to see an increase in cloud cover, so that should keep temperatures down. However, after the isolated storm chance on Thursday, we're dry the rest of the weekend into the weekend, and of course you can see with high pressure building back into the area, Temperatures returning to near that triple-digit mark. I have a high of 98 for both Saturday and Sunday, and you can see we're probably going to see some heat alerts issued for some folks later on this weekend as well. This morning we are dealing with dense fog in our southeastern counties from about Muskogee County down into LaFleur, so keep that in mind that the dense fog advisory remains in those areas until 9 a.m. By this afternoon, we should be partly cloudy with an isolated storm chance, mainly south of I-40 and across our eastern counties, but I'm not going to rule out a shower maybe making its way close to the Tulsa metro. For most of the rain that's out there, it should dissipate after sunset, although an isolated storm may linger south of the low 90s with a mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky. An isolated shower or storm will